he did not want to do it again.
No, it is painful, and it can really hurt to be knocked out, especially an upset. I know as fun as upsets are, it can really anger or upset the player who is expected to win, and it can really rattle them.
It's rough sometimes.
It gives you a thirst for blood, you know?
Yeah.
You want to come back and
if
you
get
really...
that opportunity to play them again.
Oh, absolutely. You want to prove yourself for sure.
So, Brogan had to go through 2 different top 8 seeds to even make top 8 through loser's side there.
And that's stressful in itself, and that's a lot of playing.
Yeah, because the both of the other 2 of them, I believe, got upset to be down there too.
Which is crazy how many upsets we've had.
Yeah.
But it's really fun.
It was crazy. All of our top 16 seeds did make it to top 16, but who was in winners and losers was unexpected.
I see. So we're seeing...
This is Welfare Pickles versus Smoothie here. We've
Yes.
seen both of these players already today.
Absolutely. And it's, again, another Snake Link matchup.
Yeah. We've seen this before with Smoothie and
Yes, and I mean, while Smoothie did win that matchup, he was able to kind of get that early lead. However, it doesn't seem to be working out the similar way here.
Yeah.
I mean, now it is, but it's so slightly, you know.
Welfare Pickles going to be a lot more experienced of a snake than Chem Dizzle. He's been
That's
in it
true.
for like... I think he's been playing Smash for over like 10 years or something.
Just around the same time as Stroder.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever been on that global ranking level like Stroder has, but like we saw him in winners, like how good of a fight he put up there.
Oh, absolutely.
Smoothie
and
gonna
Smoothie,
skip the bomb off of
I
the
was about to
boomerang
say,
off
that looks really sick, actually.
there. Yeah, he's got so many of those neat little setups with the bomb. It's
Absolutely.
really interesting to watch.
I honestly love how methodically Smoothie plays this Link.
Yeah.
It is really interesting to watch how every little micro movement is important. It's all intentional.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to with zoners like Link and Snake. You have to be paying attention to where all of your equipment is.
And at this point, Smoothie's the underdog, so
This is true.
he's made it as far as his seed projected him to. So at this point, he's probably satisfied with his performance, just trying to, like, he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain here.
Yeah, I mean,
So it'd be interesting to see how that affects his mental.
he's got the lead here, which with history in the past, it would mean that he has this pretty easily. But
Welfare Pickles gets that parry into hitting that
I was
up
supposed to say
tilt.
he manages to grab him. Now he still is pretty high credit here.
Yeah. Just gonna need to, like, hold this as long as possible. Welfare Pickles,
He drops,
that looks like a misinput right there.
and that's a really unfortunate time to do that.
Yeah, now he has a whole stock to make up, and Smoothie just building on all the extra credit happily here.
I find that would probably be really incredibly frustrating, but he doesn't seem to be phased too much by it,
Exactly.
which is
He
exactly how you should be
manages
playing
to
that.
turn that around with a really intimidating edge guard there.
That was
Smoothie
really well
handled
thought
his
out.
up B, so he didn't make it back to left, but if he looked at that, he would have gotten hit by the F smash had he drifted any further in.
And it really just a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, Welfare Pickles set that up phenomenally to bring it back to even. That's the type of thing that snakes need to be pulling out if they want to, like...
Can you stick sticky bombs on boomerangs?
No.
Okay, I thought I saw it. I was like, that's a wild combo if you could do that. That'd be insane timing. But,
Smoothie still has the damage lead here,
Mm-hmm.
but that could easily change.
and we've definitely seen Smoothie use that to his advantage.
The difference between, like, good snakes and great snakes is just going to be, like, how many of those, like, lose-lose scenarios can you put your opponent into, especially at ledge?
With how many, with those projectiles you have, you can really box someone in.
Yeah. Like, you can just, like, cover all of their options, because most characters, like, you can only be in one spot. But you've
Snake
got-
has like
you've
3 to
got
5.
all of those projectiles flying around, and you just make sure the opponent goes right where you want them.
It's like those movie scenes where they just keep pulling out weapons. It's like, where are you hiding that?
Smoothie gonna have Welfare Pickles in a pretty tough spot here nonetheless.
I mean, like you said, while Snake is really good at edge guarding, Link, as his owner, really likes his edge guarding too.
Yeah. He's
And-
gonna hit that
oh,
F tilt
man.
to close out that game.
As the underdog, he does manage to grab it, but it was incredibly close.
Yeah. Smoothie had a pretty dominant lead going into, like, the start of that game, but Welfare Pickles started bringing it back a lot more to the point where it was getting really scary.
I was like, it switched around quick.
Yeah. This is very volatile for when you normally see matchups like this. They just end up long and campy. But these players, they both know their setups. They know how to get those early kills, so it ends up happening a lot more than usually.
I know that, I mean, like with the last matchup, it had to be patiently played.
Yeah.
But it seems like with this matchup, I mean, it also depends on who's playing what character. Since
You're noticing the playstyle.
absolutely, these seems to be way faster paced because it seems to be fine-tuned. You know, he's
Yeah.
very intentional with everything, where everything goes, and he doesn't have to think as long about it.
Now Smoothie feels a bit more threatened because like some of those early kill setups he got hit by, that's really scary for him.
Well, I mean, it can really cost you the rest of your set.
Because the longer you play this game out, the more chance you have of getting hit by something like that, where he just covers all
Absolutely.
your options.
And you know that, I mean, with all of his experience in the past with playing Snake and being competitive, he knows what he's looking for.
Exactly.
And he's not going to hesitate.
I'm not sure if these two players have ever played each other before. I wouldn't be surprised if they have, because they
They're
do both
close
live in
proximity.
the Midwest. But I know Smoothie has played many Snakes before.
I mean, as we've seen earlier
Yeah,
today.
he practices with Chemdizzle a lot, and that could be part of the playstyle difference. Is just that like them practicing a lot together, they could know each other.
Maybe they respect
Yeah.
the damage that you can have with the output.
Like these two are a lot more like they're unsure. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And I mean, it is a very interesting kind of waltz going on here.
Yeah. They each have some tricks that they have to try and catch the other off guard. Whereas Smoothie and Chemdizzle kind of like know each other's tricks already.
So it's how can I catch you off guard
Yeah.
if you already know everything I do?
So that's why they resort to that like more slow-paced gameplay.
That would make sense.
That's what you brought up earlier about like top players who both know the matchup. You get to see it played at like its highest level.
I mean, we saw that with the Mario earlier with
Yeah.
Stroder. He seemed to be so comfortable in that matchup. He knew what to look for.
But right here, I'd say that in terms of matchup experience, Smoothie really knows how to beat Snake.
Now,
But
I mean,
Welfare Pickles, regardless, just being like probably like the second best Snake in the Midwest. I know Apollo Kage down there in Missouri, probably the best.
interesting.
Welfare Pickle's still very good, like consistently a huge threat in Iowa. So this would be huge for Smoothie to win here.
Yeah, to be able to grab this win, it would show his growth and improvement as a player because of how far he's made it.
Yeah, Smoothie has been improving a lot over the past while. He's relatively new to the game.
Really?
But, yeah. Like, he's only been playing competitively for about 2 years, which in comparison to a lot of these people
Oh, yeah.
is like nothing.
And it is impressive how quickly he's been able to climb up the ranks here.
Exactly. And it looked like he was hopeless off stage there, but he uses the bomb to make it back.
Very impressive.
That's the kind of thing that Snake can do too, but it's a lot harder to do with Link.
So the fact that he's able to even pull it off. And I've seen him pull it off the last time he went up against a Snake as
Yeah.
well. Granted, high percentage. It's a little
Like,
dangerous.
I'm pretty sure the input depends on like which direction you're facing.
Oh, wow. So you really have to pre-plan that.
Yeah. But Smoothie's going to be used to that because of how long he's stuck this character out for.
That is very true.
He's been playing this game competitively for like 2 years, but
he's
since he started, he's been on Link.
That's what he's practically only played Link.
Yeah.
And I mean, it gets to the point where you get so comfortable in a character, you know how to play him in anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying earlier.
Link, not like a widely played character, so not a lot of other people know the ins and outs of Link the way Smoothie's going to know the ins and outs of someone like Snake.
Because you see a lot of Snakes.
Because there's a lot more Snakes.
There's a lot more Snakes. You're going to see a lot more things like, I know there's quite a few Jokers.
Yeah. So
And
that's going to be playing a part.
Oh my
Smoothie uses the bomb
gosh.
to recover and then kills Welfare Pickles with his up B. That was a really good reversal right there.
That was a really nice combo. And also to be able to read that.
Yeah. Like in a like situation where he's under pressure like that, like he was really deep off stage and he still made that back and converted it into a kill. That shows like his mental is really unshaken.
I mean, being able to process that quickly is, you know, it shows that you got your head in the game. You're really focusing it. And there's that bomb that you said earlier.
And he gets the missile shot at him, but he uses his down air to deactivate it.
Managing to...
There's a lot of really specific interactions Smoothie just seems to be comfortable with here.
Which, I mean, helps you a lot, especially with how Snake is very projectile-oriented.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that's how his whole playstyle works. So being able to deflect that, being able to dodge that.
Matchups like this, where you're both really projectile-oriented, they're going to come down a lot to how your projectiles interact with your opponents. And, like, how well you know those interactions.
It was a little tough there just because of how high the damage was on Link. But
and Welfare Pickles had that lead for so long. It was pretty much about the same lead that Smoothie had the opposite game. Those games kind of mirrored each other.
it seemed like that Smoothie got to kind of take advantage of the learning of of Pickles, and now that Pickles has the experience of understanding how Smoothie works, he's kind of starting to use that against him.
So just like the layers of adaptation we're gonna see during this set, because that first game kind of started out, Welfare doesn't really know what Smoothie's looking for, and Smoothie has a lot of experience against Snake.
He understands exactly what that character wants out of the fight and exactly how it's going to happen.
Like, he just got done playing against a Snake. He could not be more warmed up for this set.
He was prepared.
Yeah, he had all of the factors in his favor.
Absolutely.
Like, in terms of matchup knowledge there. Now, at this point, a bit more adaptation has gone on. We're really going to see it start to develop here.
I think we're probably going to see the Snake play a little bit more confidently. I mean, it's not like he wasn't playing confidently before, but I think we're going to see a bit more take initiative here.
Yeah. I think as the set goes on, that we could potentially end up seeing them start to play a bit slower.
Because as they get comfortable with each other?
Like, as they start depleting their different tricks they can use to take some stocks early, they kind of have to fall back on that slow, safe game plan.
We are going to see that advantage coming in through Snake.
Exactly. And that's going to be a huge lead here for Welfare Pickles. Up by 1 full stock.
And that's really nice. And barely any damage on him, too.
Yeah. Smoothie has to pull something really nice out here. We don't know how deep his bag of tricks goes.
That is true. We've seen some pretty impressive interactions here.
He's making this up pretty well. Hits that forward smash, and that's going to bring it basically just back to even.
That was really nice read.
Yeah, that was just like a straight-up read on his landing there. Really smart from Smoothie.
I mean, understanding, again, like the Snake and how he wants to position himself really helps you in this situation.
And he reclaims a little bit of a lead back for himself now. Got Welfare Pickles on his back foot at the ledge here.
As with creating that control on stage and not allowing that Snake to approach you.
And he's really baiting out because Welfare Pickles is getting greedy there with that dash attack out of the corner, and Smoothie's just ready for it.
And like we said with the previous matchup with Kem, Link has that mid-range. He can really kind of keep Snake at an arm's length here.
Yeah.
And that makes it very difficult for the Snake to do anything when he's behind.
Just like really bringing this back so well, because Welfare Pickles took that first stock basically uncontested.
Oh, it was like immediate.
Yeah.
Being able to take that first stock from the Snake and then also just add up all of this damage here, it's given him an edge that he can kind of work with.
This is looking pretty close to even right here. Smoothie does go for a downer there.
Oh my goodness.
He misses the downer, but that up B does catch him.
He really, I mean, he's been hitting his up Bs pretty consistently here.
It kind of just seems like Welfare fell into his trap there.
And again, the positioning on his boomerang, the bomb, like what can you do to get out of that?
Exactly. It just feels like it's just like a strategy game. You're just trying to not fall into your opponent's traps in this matchup.
It does feel very cat and mouse here.
Both of these players, they've got their tricks that they like to play.
Mm-hmm. And it's just how you counter it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both
man.
of the kills Smoothie's gotten in this game are like not in very conventional ways you normally see. They're in like niche interactions.
Yes, it really shows the knowledge of the character matchup.
And of course, Welfare is just like a fundamentally very sound player. He's got a very strong game plan.
Absolutely.
So it's always going to be an uphill battle for Smoothie to like.
It's like the character matchup knowledge versus general competitive knowledge, essentially.
Yeah.
It's what it feels like.
Smoothie's got his bag of tricks he needs to pull out just because Welfare Pickles is just that fundamentally good at this character in this game.
Being able to take advantage of those very niche interactions can really kind of give him an edge here.
Yeah. It could have been in a Smoothie versus Chemdizzle. The reason why it was a lot less explosive could have just been like Smoothie not feeling like he needed to pull out all that extra stuff.
Oh.
He does SD that.
So is
stock,
that
it
2 to
looks
1?
like. That's 2 to 1 for Welfare Pickles.
So we're going to a 4th.
But Smoothie played that game extremely well.
I think that Welfare Pickles is starting to kind of pick up on the little tricks that Smoothie has. So let's kind of hope he has something else waiting for us here. I'm really interested to see how this next match goes. I'm curious because we've seen a lot of back and forth. But
Smoothie does only have one game
I was about
left
to say,
here.
it is a little bit nerve-wracking.
He's shown a lot of experience in this matchup. So it's just like, does he have enough up his sleeve to pull out 2 more?
He has to really kind of take into account, like, I guess this is him mixing his competitive knowledge with his character knowledge. He really has to kind of make those cohesive thoughts here to be able to kind of take over Welfare Pickles.
He's just got to, like, pull out all the stops here.
Again, I do think, though, getting that early lead really assists with that.
Yeah. Because once you get that lead, there's no pressure to approach.
Oh, absolutely.
Very even game right here. Smoothie
Incredibly
tries getting
even
that
game.
reversal.
Ooh.
He will recover with the bomb, but can he do it again?
He is
does
taking
make
damage
back
for it.
unharmed. He's back off stage again. He's been going off stage a lot this game already. So he's got a lot of percent built up, both from his own bombs and getting hit back off stage. It's just a question of, can he take this stock? Not before he dies himself. Now he's got a bit of an uphill battle to fight.
It does seem like he was a bit overzealous there with all of his recoveries.
Yeah.
If he can manage to grab this stock, it wouldn't be too bad.
It's not that bad of a lead if he can manage to secure a kill soon.
I do think a lot of that self-damage, though, really set him behind.
Yeah. Especially when Snake's hurting you. He
Absolutely.
goes for a risky option there and it doesn't work out, but he does it again and it does. This could be the start of a bit of a comeback here for Smoothie.
It just felt like there was no real follow-up for Snake there after he managed to grab him.
Yeah.
And then Smoothie was just able to utilize that and punish.
Smoothie's recoveries have been really good this game.
It's quite impressive, I'm going to be honest.
Like, he's weaving his way out of these. He does so well.
He really is patient when it comes to those zoning missiles and these bombs. He wants to make sure that it really comes to, what is it? Welfare Pickles having to basically pilot the missile into an inopportune area.
But Smoothie gonna have quite the uphill battle here.
It is going to be difficult.
Welfare just playing this so well.
I will have to say, even with how much of a struggle this has been, I'm really impressed with how Smoothie has shown up in this matchup.
Yeah, regardless of who wins this, Smoothie should definitely feel proud of himself for how well he's played.
With a lot of his niche knowledge here and just how he's been able to hold his own in this match, it's been really unique to see just how he handles it.
There's still the chance he pulls this out with.
This is true. I mean, it's anyone's game, truly, but it does look a little bit more in favor for Snake.
Definitely. Being over a stock down, gonna get hit by that down smash.
And that is going to be...
That's the set going to Welfare
I was about to say
Pickles.
3 to 1, right?
Yeah. Smoothie out at 5th, which is as seeded, but he took quite a few games off of people seeded
Absolutely.
over him.
He definitely made it difficult for people. He didn't want it to be easy.
Exactly. He had quite an impressive performance today, I'd say.